Welcome, little one. If you're hearing this, you've already crossed the boundary. But don't panic. Actually, go ahead and panic a little. It's not like it's gonna change the rules. You see, living in a world of giants comes with responsibilities. And whether you were born tiny or you got shrunk to become tiny, these are the rules. 7 of them. Break any single one of them and you may come to discover why they exist. Now, you will write this down so you don't forget. Rule number 1: never assume a giantess can see you. You might think you're hidden under a table, behind a book, inside a cupboard. But from our perspective, your hiding place isn't nearly as impressive as you think. So, if you suddenly hear footsteps, stop. Don't move, don't breathe, and whatever you do, do not peek. Because if she's directly looking at your hiding place, she already knows. Now, rule number 2: never stand in the middle of a walkway. It sounds obvious, but apparently, tiny people do need reminding. Because a giantess walking through a room isn't thinking about you, she's thinking about dinner, her food, her work, her day, hanging out with other giantesses, and that means she isn't watching every inch of the floor beneath her. So stay near the walls, stay where you're visible, and most importantly, never assume you're important enough to be noticed. Rule number 3: never touch a giantess without permission, nor her clothes, nor her belongings, and most certainly not her feet. Because you might think you're being brave, you might think you're being funny, but remember, to you, crossing a room is an adventure. To her, to us, one careless movement could send you flying, or squished, or just splattered as the new dot on the floor. So if you want something, ask and then wait for an answer. Rule number 4: never lie about your size. I know. It sounds so ridiculous, but tiny people are surprisingly proud. They'll tell you, I'm so much bigger than this, but giantess, I grow. They'll tell you they're stronger than they are, braver than they are, but eventually a giantess always finds out the truth. So don't tell me you can handle something when you can't. Don't tell me you're fearless when you're trembling. And don't tell me you're not afraid because we both know I can hear your little heartbeat from across the room. Rule number 5: never follow a giantess outside without telling her. The world is so different when you're tiny. A crack in the pavement becomes a canyon, staircase becomes a mountain, a puddle to you is a lake, and a crowded sidewalk. Oh, that's a battlefield. So if you want to leave the house, tell someone. Because losing sight of a tiny person is so easy. But finding another tiny one is not that easy. Take care of yourself. Rule number 6: never mistake kindness for weakness. Some giantesses will protect you, some will carry you, some will make sure you have somewhere safe to sleep. Some might even enjoy having you around. But don't confuse that kindness with permission to ignore the rules. Respect is what keeps you tiny people safe. And respect is earned both ways. Now, this brings me to our final rule. Rule Number 7. If a giantess tells you to stop, you stop. If she tells you to stay, you stay. And if she tells you to come closer, you come closer. If she tells you to look up, you look up. Because ultimately, being tiny isn't about being powerless. It's just about understanding the difference between power and control. Because a smart, tiny person knows where to hide, when to run, and when to trust the person standing above them. So, these are the 7 rules. Simple, right? Yeah. I hope you've noted them down because now that you've heard them, you're officially a part of my world. And there's just one thing I didn't tell you. There are consequences for breaking the rules. Now, good luck, little one. You're gonna need it.